There we go. Okay. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna open up a Arizona tea here very fast. There we are. I can actually put this on the day chart as well. There we are. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Hope you guys are all doing well. Loki's over here asking for a little scratch on the head. Yo, boy. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. It seems like Litecoin has made a little bit of a rebound as well, which has been pretty nice to see. So Litecoin bounced off of its 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. On the daily, it's still pumping up here. So Litecoin may have a little bit more juice left in it, but I'd be wary of it a little bit. Hey Noah, hey Probe, and hope you guys are having a very, very good evening. Oh, let me see. Wait for a few more people to pop up in here, then we're gonna get started. Hey, 1977 L Washington, or LWA, so I don't know if it means Washington or not. But thanks for coming back, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for recently becoming a member as well. Let's see. I think my dog should be okay for the stream. Let's see. Hey, Vade, or V-Vade. Hey, hope you're doing well, my man. Alright, but yeah, we'll be talking about a bunch of different coins here today. And let me go back over here to Bitcoin and see where we go from here. Because at the moment, Bitcoin had a nice breakout right here. That was beautiful. Nice. But overall, we're still following this trend line, so we may come back down towards it. So I want to make sure you guys are okay, prepared just in case we do. Not that it's a certainty, but just in case it does break down below this 50 moving average here, and it does come back down here, I just want you guys to know what to do in that circumstance. Or on the daily, you see, it might actually just come down to the 20-day moving average and have a short-term bounce. So regardless, there's going to be some money to be made here in the next week or so. There we are. Let's see. And hey, Jason. All right, everybody, we can get started here. I know more people will be trickling in as the evening rolls on. I'm definitely dehydrated today. Let me make this as a full screen here. Alright, so yeah, basically, I'll just recap what I just said, guys. Bitcoin still isn't this nice uptrend. We have had this breakout here. I don't think we need this trend line too much at the moment, just because we've already seen the breakout. We already bought and sold and, did all the fun stuff. We can adjust some of these levels of resistance and, things like that, but I'll do that a little bit later. This is what you guys need to pay attention to at the moment. Now, this is a 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. We do have this uptrend right here with a little bit of support actually on the 4-hour from the 200 moving average, which is actually a pretty nice thing to see. On the daily, we have the 20 coming up. That may be nice. I want to see if, first of all, if we're going to be able to hold this or not. I'm hoping what may happen if we do end up taking a little bit of a downturn here, we may break down below the 20 momentarily just for the wick to tap down on this trend line. And if that happens, I'll be okay with that one, because this will be the opportunity to buy if it does come down this low. Another opportunity to buy would be if it actually does tap on this 20-day moving average. We don't know if it's going to happen just yet, but just in case it does happen, guys, I want you guys to be prepared. There we go. All right. But overall, right now, Bitcoin still looks fine. It is in this uptrend. It recently had this breakout that we were just talking about a little bit ago, right? And it's been a nice breakout ever since. Let's go talk about some of these other coins here, and I'll see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Hey, Jose, I didn't say it was going to move up fast. I said it was going to move fast. I'm getting... pretty soon, Bitcoin's going to have some volatility. We don't know necessarily if it's going to go up or down, but it is going to be a volatile movement, so you guys should be aware of that. You see Bitcoin right now. I'll go back into the 15-minute chart so you guys can see. I took off the channel bars just here, but basically, it's stuck in this channel from here to here on the bottom side from, imagine, a horizontal line. Pretty soon, it's going to have to make a move. What I'm waiting for right now is either for whales to short us down for another leg down, which could happen, but more importantly, which is more optimistic, I guess you would say, you see on the 15-minute chart here where we're going to the 200 right here. If we're able to bounce above that 200, then Bitcoin can start getting some volatility on the upside, which would be fantastic. It might only be short-term volatility, but we'll take it anyway. So right now, I'm watching the 15-minute chart, and I'm really expecting some good stuff to happen if we're able to break above this 200 moving average. On the 30, A little bit more challenging to get above this 200, but we have to start off here on the 15-minute. The 5-minute's going to be very easy. See, we've already done it. You know, we did it very easily over here. You actually saw we kind of ground down below it for a while until we ended up popping off. But on the 200 on the 5-minute chart's not too important. On the 15 though, coming down, this is where you're going to see some good movement from Bitcoin here. If it's able to actually break above that 200 moving average and continue going up. It really has to break above that before anything good can happen. But if it does break out of that, that's going to be a bullish sign in case any of you guys want to start doing some day trading on Bitcoin. There was just a slight short attempt to right down here, and they got bought up pretty easily. So there was an attempt to short it right here, and that might have been just an hour and a half ago, so not too long ago. But there is an attempt to short it, so hopefully, you know, there's enough buyers out there to stop the shorts. Okay, let me go over here very fast. Overall, Dogecoin's still looking fine. I'm watching it in this gigantic pennant at the moment. I'm hoping it's going to break out a little bit sooner. If Dogecoin does make a move here over the next few days, you're going to see it probably spike back up to 29 cents or so. Maybe it can break above the 200 daily moving average. Maybe. I'm waiting to see if that's the case, but right now it seems like it's just having a little bit of trouble getting over that 20-day moving average. Let me see right here. Ethereum is still grinding. The opportunity to buy was definitely a few days ago, and it was getting closer to that trend line there. As of right now, it still looks okay. I'm expecting it to continue to grind up over the next week, or this week, excuse me. Matic came down a little bit. I'm not really going to buy Matic until I see this breakout happen. This is what you're looking at for the next time you could buy some Matic if you wanted to do an actual breakout play. Otherwise, at the moment, let me take off away this line since we don't need this resistance anymore. I can actually take out a few of these little things here. There we go. Next time Matic breaks out above this line, this is where I'd recommend taking a little bit of a bite out of it, and then you can do a little bit more of a day trade. If you guys have leverage, all the better. If you guys don't have leverage, just make sure that, you know, if it's just like 5 to 8% profit off of the breakout, you guys still take that 5 to 8% profit and don't expect it to go parabolic, okay? ADA had a breakout, came back down unfortunately because of Bitcoin. I'm waiting to see if this thing's actually going to steady above the 20 moving average or if it's going to come down a little bit more. I'm hoping this thing gets back on course because this was due for a nice little, well, it did have a nice little pop, but it's due for another all-time high here pretty soon. This might take about another 5 or 6 days though. XRP still grinding. I still like it, but this thing has been hit hard over the last few weeks. Anything else we need to talk about really? Shiba's down a little bit here. Got rejected from the 20. We talked about this in the stream this morning. It was having a little bit of difficulty. Now it's getting moved down. You know, it is still moving up a little bit more, so it does look a little optimistic, but the best time still would have been on this day when it actually tapped on the trend line down here. If you guys did want to buy some sheep, I'd probably wait to see if it went down below point, like, you know, 5000, something like that. Okay, let me go back over here very fast though. And for now, let me just put this in a 4-hour. There we are. Hey, Kahneman, hope you're having a very good afternoon, my man. Hey, Ryan, 99 is going to be wild. Oh, for Dogecoin? See, when Dogecoin hits 99 cents, I bet there's going to be a massive wall at $1. If it does break that $1, I can see Dogecoin having a pretty sizable pop after, a pretty decent pop afterwards. But by the time it hits $1, I'm mostly going to be scaled out of my Dogecoin position. But I do hope it goes up much higher than that. Let's see. Hey Peter, nice to be back. Got 6 seriously, still fighting though. Was hoping for 33 to 35 Doge by now. I know we only got that little bump last week, and I'm hoping it can come back up a little bit. But hey, dude, I'm happy you're feeling much better. I got sick after I got back from a friend's wedding. I got the flu, and it was horrible. So I definitely feel you there, and I hope you get all the way better pretty soon. All right, everybody. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Let me go right here. Let's see. I pretty much come up with a new rule. If nobody has questions, the stream usually ends a little bit sooner. So I want you guys to ask any questions you guys may have about a particular coin or stock. Anything else I can see down here that's making some moves? Looks like mostly everything else besides Litecoin is kind of just staying steady at the moment. Litecoin on the 5, yeah, it just had this little bit of a pop a while ago, and right now it's actually coming back down. So hopefully it's able to make a move. Hopefully Litecoin can continue this rally here. What are we looking at? Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere up here. There we are. Let's see. Hey, I'm glad, Peter. I'm glad you're doing much better. Hey, C-Bus, XLM. Yeah, let me take a quick peek at it. Where is my XLM? There we are. So currently, this doesn't look too good compared to a lot of other stuff. This is actually coming down here. This is on the 4. Let me check out what's going on the daily. Okay, so it's still grinding up. It had a nice breakout pop. I'll take that off now. I'll take off this old support level. And I'll take off this old green support level as well. So what we're looking at right now, since we did have this little bit of a peak at the moment, your next big opportunity for a breakout is up here. Since Bitcoin, I still think overall this month Bitcoin is still bullish and we're just waiting for a big move off of it. I mean, I would say it's not a bad opportunity to buy some now. You might have to hold it for a couple weeks. So if you wanted to, you could start taking small positions off of this at the moment. But you might see this come back down to the 20-day moving average, maybe even the 200 or the 50, and then start to rally back up. But I still think at 38.5 cents where it is now, I still think this is a good buying opportunity, especially on the daily chart here. We're very, very close to having a golden cross. So as long as Bitcoin doesn't take a massive dump here in the next week or so, I'm thinking this is still going to be a good play to hold on to. But this golden cross is good, first of all, and on top of that, you do have the 50 moving average as a level of support, the 200 as a level of support, and the 20, and you still have the trend line working out in its favor. So overall, I think this is still a good play. And 38.5 cents isn't a bad price to be buying it at the moment. Especially, the core reason of this is I'm still bullish for Bitcoin overall. Even if we might take another dip here in the next 24 hours or so, I'm still bullish on this over the next few weeks. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Roma, no options plays I'm looking at right now. I'll do the research for it tomorrow. My whole day was pretty busy. I'll pretty much just tell you my options plays on the Mondays and Fridays, though. Let's see. Hey, Coin. Hey, Mike, what do you see? Ethereum 6K first or Bitcoin 70K? Bitcoin 70K before Ethereum hits 6,000. Ethereum may hit 5,000. 4,000. No, what is that now? No, 5. Yeah, it may hit 5,000 before Bitcoin hits 70,000 though. That's what I think could happen. But 6,000, that's a little out there, unless Bitcoin gets some massive pump out of whales. Let's see. A firm stock. Be careful about chasing that. Usually, you want to buy it off of the breakout. And you see right now, it's gapped off. It bounced off of here off the 200. And there's not really any breakout, any technicals telling you to buy this at the moment. You know, yeah, there's nothing telling you to buy this at the moment unless you're trying to kind of just do a YOLO position on it, because it is technically breaking down below the 20. That's more of a bearish sign at the moment. This level of resistance doesn't even matter anymore since it's already popped off from it. Let me see what I can find out here. Let me see if the fibs can do anything here for us. No. What if we go from this breakout? Oh, come on. Resistance. Resistance, support, resistance, no, yeah, okay. This works out a little bit okay. It is tapping on the fib level, so if you wanted to buy some, maybe it's okay, but that's basically just off of the Fibonacci levels and nothing else here, so I'd be very careful with this one. If you wanted to trade this, I'd probably say stay away from options or call options. I'd probably stick to stocks for this one, just because if this takes another downward day like it did today, even though it gapped up, you could still lose close to 40 to 50% of the options value within one day, which would definitely not be a fun play right there, especially since it looks like they just had some terrible earnings. So you could buy some, but yeah, there's nothing telling you to buy right now. It's more off of speculation. So if you have a feeling about it, or maybe there's some good news that came out that I don't know about, that'd be another opportunity to buy it. But it's nothing to do with the technicals, at least for now. Let's see. Hey Tony, I'm glad you made some good money off of Mana. let's see, what's the floor for Doge? Somewhere around 24-23 cents for it now, unless Bitcoin goes back down to like $40,000 or something like that. High side, DGB, let's take a quick peek at it. Is it still booming? It's cooling off a little bit here, so I'd be careful. What do we got, another 20 hours or so? Let me see what the 4 hours. Right now, it's already broken out. Just be careful about continuing to hold on to this. Let's see. Not the time to buy, but if you did want to hold, if you bought somewhere down here, that would still be okay. But you do not want to be buying this at the moment, just because it's already popped off. It looks pretty weak at the moment. Let me go down to the 45. Maybe from here, but no, it doesn't have enough space now. 1 hour. Yeah, I would only buy it if it came back to less than 0.062 level, somewhere down here. Then maybe it could have a little bit more chance of riding back up here. You can buy it now in anticipation of it going up even more, but you're just going to be paying a pretty hefty premium for it, because the next major level of resistance is up here at about 7 cents, right? So you are looking at 20% profit if you do want to buy right now, and if you did want to use the 20-day moving average, then you're only going to be risking about let's say about almost 3% for 20% gains. So if you guys didn't want to make that trade, that's the trade you guys would be making at the moment. You'd be risking 3% loss for 20% gain, and you got to really hope that it really holds above the 20-day move, the 200 daily moving average. Let's see. Hey Kevin, any thoughts on the planned Beast prediction of 98K Bitcoin by the end of this month? I think that's a good ballpark area. If you look at the monthly charts, it seems like we had a very good month this month, so we're due for another big pop. So this is the monthly chart right here. Oh, excuse me, let's go to Bitcoin. Let's put this back to Doge for now. Let me go back to the 15. Alright. Let's go here, and let's go to the monthly chart. Right. And it looks like we're still due for another big surge here. 90,000, what does they say, 98,000? It's realistic. I'm sticking more with around 80 to 90,000 personally, but that can definitely happen. And it's only we only have about 20 more days left in this month, so there is time for it to reach 98,000. Whether it does or not, we'll have to wait and see. But we are due for some type of surge here. Just look at this right here, right? We just broke out according to the monthly chart. We're in the first leg of that breakout. We could definitely have another surge coming this month for sure. This is what I'm banking on. As far as how high it goes, it's anybody's guess, but they've been pretty accurate. So I say 98,000 isn't so far out. It's not out of the realm of possibility for sure. Which is why I tell most of you guys it's okay just to buy and hold for altcoin season, because no matter what, if you guys just buy and hold, your profits are going to be at least over 100% per coin if you just freaking hold. Not every coin, but a lot of coins, especially the ones on page 2 of coinmarketcap.com, page 3, page 4, page 5, the ones with much lower market caps than the big $1 billion plus ones. If you buy those are going to be popping like crazy. So, but that requires you to be able to just buy and hold. Not everybody likes to just watch their money go up and down, and they sometimes they freak out if the market goes down and whatnot. It's a really hard thing to wait, it's a really hard thing to just buy a lot of low market cap coins, like in the page 2 and 3 and 4 of coinmarketcap.com, and then just watch them go down 20% before they start surging hundreds of percent. But that's what most people end up doing that make it good money in the market. You guys don't have to do that strategy. You guys can just simply do day trades or swing trades throughout the bull market. Okay, sorry, my dog was biting something. So that you can definitely do that, but my recommendation is just to slowly start accumulating coins. Over the past few months, I've still been accumulating small positions, like all throughout this huge Bitcoin rally. This is the 4. Let me go back to the day. Small positions here, 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 and this is not just for Bitcoin, but for all coins, like all altcoins as well. Throughout the whole thing, I've been taking small positions. Some of them have been for particular swing trades. Others have just been because I know when altcoin season hits, no matter what time you bought them down here or down here, eventually they're going to become worth much, much more. And so far, I don't even know. Let's see something that What's something that hasn't popped off just completely yet? Let's just go with 88. 88 is something large, and it's something that, you know, it's kind of bounced around a lot. If you bought 88 back down here after it kind of crashed along with, you know, Bitcoin, Doge, and everything else, let's say you didn't even get the very bottom down here. Let's say you bought somewhere in the middle right here, close to the 200 moving average, but, you know, not too close. At one point, it was up 132%. Currently, it's up 57%. When altcoin season comes, you may see 88 get back up here towards $4 or even $5. And if you would have just bought and held down here during the scary times, I admit, at $4, it'd be up 205%. At $5, it'd be up 285%. XRP, if you would have bought just down here a little bit, you're currently up about 81%. Eventually, this thing can get up to $3 in the next altcoin rally, and that can get up to 353% earnings return. Now, I'm going right here. But let's say you guys, you know, you guys want to buy, you guys missed this opportunity down here, and you guys weren't watching my channel, whatever. If you buy right now, and it just goes back up to all-time highs for ADA, you're still looking at 48% profit, right? And altcoin season hasn't even started yet. If you were to hold a little bit longer and maybe it gets up to $4, then you're looking at about 93% profit, and so forth. If it goes up to $5, that'd be up to 144% profit. Now, ADA is definitely a higher market cap coin, so it's not going to move up as much as the ones on the page 2 and page 3 and page 4, page 5 plus on coin market cap. And that's why I always tell you guys, don't be afraid to go for the lower market cap plays. I'll go right here very fast. I prefer stuff that has a market cap less than $1 billion, preferably under $200 million. But still, this is still a great opportunity to buy some of these coins up. Do a little bit of research on them first. Don't just go all in, but see how they've been performing, you know, this year. Did they have a nice move during the last altcoin season? You know, that way you can have a pretty good idea how much they can rise. You can go to something like STMX. STMX is, I think, a good play for the long term. Let's see. I have quite a bit of STMX, not as much as Bitcoin, but quite a few as well. Veracity, maybe that could be a good play as well. I usually go for stuff that's closer into the penny range, so I prefer something under a penny. Like you may see something like this, Doge on Mars, but that one only has $1 billion market cap. I'm not going to chase that one right now. I want to see something, so I would actually come down here, and I'd come down to page 3. There we go. Let's see. Go price. What's the matter, boy? What you doing? You just whining for whining's sake because you're jealous of people seeing me on screen. There we go. Yushi, you might want to buy this. It's been up a lot in the last 30 days though, so I'd be very cautious about that one. Let's see what hasn't popped off so much. ETN may be a good play here. You don't want stuff that's been going freaking crazy over the past few days. You want something that just, you know, has a little bit of momentum, but overall still a good play. ACH could be a good play right here. And again, I'm just skipping a bunch of coins because I like the coins under a penny personally. And there we go again. There you go. Could be something interesting. It's boosted a little bit, but not gone parabolic. So I could see KIN being a good play as a hold. It's $200 million market cap. Doge, that could be a good one. Legacy, yeah, okay one. Only 150 million cap. Yeah, so I think if you guys go past let's say past page 3, 4, 5, you're going to find a lot of good opportunities to buy coins over there. Now, again, it sucks because you just have to buy and hold, and there's not much that's exciting about just buying and holding. I totally understand that, but you're going to be making a bunch more money in the long run, rather than just trying to find out, hey, can I buy now? Can I buy now? Can I buy now? Going up that list. It's a question I get a lot, but the majority of the time when I tell you guys when to buy, it's really scary, so nobody ever listens to me. I put out a video the other day saying when Bitcoin was crashing down here, or not crashing, sorry, dumping down here, you know, I told you guys to start buying some altcoins here because it'll be a nice little short-term play. And what do you know? It was a great play for a lot of people. But I only think like maybe, at least that I know, there's probably more. Only 10 people took my advice and bought down here. And then all of a sudden it rebounded to a nice level there and they sold for like a quick, anywhere from 5% profit all the way up to like 30% profit on certain coins. Most of them were probably around 10 to 12% though, with certain exceptions for coins that really rebounded hard. Because some coins have dropped down and kind of came back up even more. Something like a Litecoin or something like that, right? Okay. But that's the easiest way to make money in this current market. But it requires you just to like, or if you don't want to just buy a bulk position, $50 every few days into this different coins, and it can be the same coin over and over again if you feel really bullish about it. but that's going to be easier than just dumping out like a lump sum of money into one particular coin. Hey, Crazy Waffle, thank you very much for the super chat. My man, I'm sorry about that. I'm stuttering today. Do you see any current cheap buys in altcoins making Ethereum level gains? Anything under $200 million market cap, like we just talked about right here, I think would be an interesting opportunity at the moment. Right here. Again, the low market cap. Let me go to the year. Had a nice spike up here. It looks like it's curling at the moment. Next altcoin season, I can see this even going up higher. So I think Ken could be a good one. What was the current price? The market cap currently is 201 million. During the altcoin rally last year, it went up to 678 million. So I can see this getting up to $1 billion market cap at least on this next run up here. So that's something right there. And I just kind of explained to you guys. I know you probably asked the question as I was talking, but that's usually how I find out what I'm looking to buy. Low volume at the moment as well, though. Let me see the price. Trading View? It's on Trading View. Oh, it is on Trading View, yeah. Yeah, so I can see this coming up quite a bit more here. Let me squeeze this along. I don't want it to be on auto, but I don't think I can turn it off. There we go. So I can definitely see this coming up a little bit more here. Even if it doesn't come up all the way to the all-time highs, because sometimes these charts get distorted, if it just comes back up to here, that's still 265% return profit. So right now, your best bet, if you guys are not the best at day trading, so to speak, you just want to be buying and holding it right now and just understanding it may go down, but in the long term, when altcoin season hits, that's going to be the good time. So I would say something like Ken is fine, STMX is fine, BitTorrent is something also, but it has a much higher market cap. I'm holding that one for a considerably longer time, though. So, you know, STMX or Ken, I would say those are two good plays right now. Let's see. XYO coin. Let me take a peek at it. That's fine. Okay, so you don't want to be buying it right now because you would be chasing it. It looks like it's going to try to create a flag here for XYO, so this thing might come back down here to like under 6 cents, so just be careful of that. What you're hoping on at the moment is whales to just pump this sucker up, because besides that, like this is if left to just regular day traders, you're going to see this create a flag, and that flag is going to look something like this. Let me see if I can turn the magnet on for this. Like that. And then we don't know exactly where the bottom is going to be, but, you know, I might come back down somewhere down here or wherever, and it's going to try to make a little bit of a flag, but it looks like right now it wants to continue rolling down here, something what you saw like this. So I'd be careful with XYO. If there's any bullish thing at the moment that you'd be looking for, maybe something like this if you're looking for that trend line. As long as it stays above this orange line right here, I'll make it white so you can just see a little bit easier. There you go. This will make it a little bit more bullish if it's able to stay above this for another breakout. But for now, it looks like it might come down below that. So, you know, just keep an eye on it. If it breaks down, you can sell, or you can just hold longer, because it still seems like this thing will break out eventually. So I still think it's worth holding if you've been holding it since over here. Otherwise, you might want to sell and buy back a little bit lower. But overall, it's still good for the long-term play here. There we go. Hey, 1977, GoPro. Let me take a peek at it very fast. There we go. Here. This could be okay only if, since it's breaking out above the 200 here. If you wanted to buy some of this, you'd want to have a price target of just about $11 and maybe like 27 cents. The big opportunity for buying GoPro is if it breaks out of this trend line right here, closer to that $11.21, 26 cents, wherever it ends up coming along. If it's able to break out above this, that's where you can go heavy on the position and then start buying some as it tries to rise up, maybe back up towards $14, $13 area. Which could lead you like, you know, good 20 to 20% or so. Let's see, yeah. That's what you're waiting for at the moment. Otherwise, I wouldn't really buy this. But it is nice to see that it's holding above the 200 daily moving average. If that does happen, you may have a golden cross come here pretty soon, which could be a very bullish sign going forward for it. So if I'm buying options, I'm not touching it until that breakout actually occurs, though. And as far as ICP is concerned, I don't like ICP too much here, but we can talk about it. There you go. It's just grinding right now up this trend line. If you want to take a little piece of it, I'd probably wait for it to come back down here around $44, $45. At the moment, it looks like it may have an opportunity to bounce off the 50, which could be a good sign for you. Maybe you might see a return of about 12-13% over the next few days if it does end up bouncing. Otherwise, it may just come back up here towards its level of a little bit of resistance up here for like a 7.5% gain. So it's not a bad idea, but if it does break down on the daily chart below the 50, that's when you want to be very, very careful, and then you want to, you got to think about selling and buying back lower at a lower price. Or it can just continue to hold and just follow the trend, and over time it'll continue to go up. There's not too much concern I have here. The only thing I don't like about it right now is it is lacking a 200-day moving average, which I'm not a fan of. I'd rather have that on at the moment. That way I can see a little bit more about what's going on. On the 4-hour at least, it's above the 200. It's just struggling to get back above the 20 and the 50. And the last time it did, it came crashing down hard because of Bitcoin's drop. It's fine. It still looks like it wants to go up, but it has been a little bit weak as of late. Kind of like what we've been seeing with Dogecoin. Let's see. Hey Alex, there was a big drop because whales heavily shorted Bitcoin, so they were just selling a bunch of shares on the market, which drove the price down because of the overwhelming supply versus the limited demand. Excuse me. Hey Courtney, hey Michael, is altcoin season a different time every year? Or does it only happen once a year? It can happen multiple times a year. It does not happen the same time every year. Basically what has to happen is Bitcoin has to gain a pretty sizable dominance, like let's say above 60-65%, maybe even the 70% range for dominance. And then what happens is once Bitcoin starts to stagnate a little bit, or kind of go in this more volatile nature, up and down, but still going sideways overall, then what you see is altcoins start to really take off, and you see Bitcoin's dominance drop like a rock. And if you want to see what that looks like, I can actually go right here, because Bitcoin dominance at the moment is about 43%. And part of that is because Ethereum has been taking up a lot of that dominance here. Alright, so let me go over here. Let's go to... This is during the 2017 when it hit 20,000. Dominance went from 85% up here all the way down to 37%. Right? That dominance freaking spiked like crazy. You saw Ethereum going up. You saw other altcoins going up. It was a crazy, crazy time. Now let's just look at the last year. Bitcoin dominance up here was around 61%. And then went all the way down here to about less than 40%. So I'm going to assume it's going to be somewhere around 60. Maybe it just has to get up, and right now it's at 43. We need Bitcoin to gain a little bit more dominance here. And that may just mean that Bitcoin has to make a massive surge and altcoins will make steady moves, but the more money will be pumping into Bitcoin rather than the altcoins for now. And that'll lead to like Bitcoin gaining dominance over the other coins. And then once that dominance starts to drop, you're going to see a lot of the altcoins start to go heavy. So you're going to see as altcoins rise, Bitcoin dominance drops. You don't have to assume that Bitcoin is going to drop for altcoins to gain dominance against Bitcoin, if that makes sense. So at the moment, we're at low dominance. We need to kind of gain a little bit more speed here, a little bit more dominance, and then you're going to start to see altcoins take off. But if you wanted to, you could definitely take a quick peek at this, like, every week or so, just to see what's happening. If you see altcoins start to really take a big position against Bitcoin, that may be a signal that altcoin season is starting to happen. Although it might be a little bit early to say it's altcoin season just yet, because Bitcoin dominance has gone down a little bit, but it hasn't been doing anything really, really crazy. Part of that is because some of the major coins we've been looking at. Okay, my dog's just biting some stuff. There we go, right there. Hey Crazy, thinks I might actually try Ken. The cost is dropping the bucket. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, you could just put like 50 to 100 bucks into it if you wanted to. Some people put a lot more, some people put a lot less. It's really up to you when you do a coin you don't know too much about. Look at the website, look at the white paper, see what they're trying to do. I'm just talking about the name and the price, so that's what I've just looked at and doing the research on it. So just take a quick peek at it. It shouldn't take more than like 10, 20 minutes to take a peek at it. And then as long as everything's in order, the website's working, and it doesn't look like a complete scam, which I doubt it with that $200 million market cap, then you should be fine. But you know, you can never be too sure when it comes to these coins, especially after that Squid Game coin or whatever that was. That was a huge scam. See, hey, bro, this man is up 23%. That's awesome, my man. Let's see. Hey, Noah. Saitama hit 200K holders today, and Binance and Coinbase are rumored to be listing it after Saitama Mask event this weekend. Oh, that'd be pretty good to see. That'd be really good to see. I know a lot of people have been talking about that coin quite a bit over the last few days. Hey, and Conquer, hope you're having a very good evening, my man. Let's see. Hey, Kevin, yeah, I can take a quick peek at STMX. Alright, so at the moment, STMX looks a little bit weaker. It's broken down a couple times here below this trend line. Let me go to the daily chart here. And so, let me see, is this magnetized? Yeah, I think it is magnetized. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to make this a little bit more accurate as far as this bottom chart here, but I think we probably did. There we go here. I'll do the longer one instead of from here to here. That's going to be a little bit different. Overall, here for STMX, it's still holding its trend line. You may have one more dip that comes down here to maybe like 0.027 levels or something like that for a position, which could be a potential drop of about 10% or so, in case Bitcoin does take one more drop down here. If it does, that'd be a great opportunity to buy. If you're looking to buy some XTMX on a breakout, however, you're going to be waiting maybe a few more weeks, or maybe even just a week, for it to break out above this level right here. And if that does happen, that could be a very good pop where it could go up to resistance somewhere up here about 0.05 cents. And that's a move of about 92%. So that's what I'm looking at as far as this is concerned. The only thing about STMX, what I've kind of learned is that you see how it kind of has these random kind of breakout points where it just gets a massive surge all of a sudden, but it doesn't go parabolic. It just has a huge surge. Something similar happened here. If that does happen, I'd recommend selling at least half of your position just to make sure you can lock in some great profits. Because from the time, like let's say you just bought somewhere around here, and I'll even do the high point of it, right there, it went up about 72% in just a few days. Now, if you wanted to sell some of it over around here or so, just to lock in those gains, then you could be holding the rest of it, and you would have made enough money to pay for that place. So you can leave the money there for as long as you want, and you'll be looking just dandy on it. So, but yeah, as far as STMX is looking, this is the breakout you're waiting for. You could have probably done a trend line from here to here to here, but I don't think it's going to be as strong, so I wouldn't really put that line there. But for now, this is the chart you need to be looking at. It's still grinding up. Breakout opportunity is coming sometime before the end of the month, and if we do have a nice big breakout, which I think we will have this month, then you're going to see STMX have a fantastic, beautiful breakout on top of that, just because of its following Bitcoin's momentum. I know you guys have been talking about mana here. Let's see right here. Oh, what was that? Yeah, dip and rip after the breakout. That's such a horrible... What the heck is going on here with this? Maybe that line wasn't supposed to be there. I don't even know. There's probably a reason for that line being there, but I messed it up somehow. Okay. Yeah, but this is having a nice start. Let me just go to the 5-minute chart here. There you go. We can take a peek at it. I know a lot of you guys have an interest in this at the moment. So there you go. You can watch man on the 5-minute chart. Looks like it's taking a little bit of a breather here, but still looks like an overall good play. Let's see. Hey, Legressa, do you mess with staking coins like cake? I usually don't stake my coins because I just for whatever reason I like the ability to sell them when I want to. You can stake. I know a lot of people that do it. They get great returns from it. Just make sure whatever money you stake or whatever coins you stake, you're not ever going to need them in an emergency or something like that. On the other hand, I think it's fine. I recommend if you guys have any crypto whatsoever, you usually keep them somewhere where they can be earning interest unless you're trying to do more day trading. Like if you guys want to learn how to day trade or like you do simulation trading, which is practicing with fake money, I have a couple links down below. Those are great places to learn how to paper trade and trade with real money as well, especially with leverage. But if you guys are just long-term holders, or you can do a mix as well, but if you guys are mostly long-term holders, I really say put your money into, like if you guys, how do I say this? Voyager is one where they have good interest rates. Coinbase has good interest rates. Coinbase has very high fees, just kind of like Voyager, but they pay really, really great interest rates. So if you guys just wanted to put your money down there, that's still a really good idea. Something else that you guys may like, what's it called? I just started one of these. So I'm making a retirement account specifically for crypto, with all the tax benefits and all the good stuff. So if you guys live in America in particular, I have a link down below. It's called Bitcoin IRA. I recommend you guys at least look at it, only because I don't think many of you guys think of crypto as like holding it for like 40 years plus. And I think by just holding them like a many coins for 40 years, the gains are going to be so much that you're going to be really surprised. And this is more for like, I guess I grew up in the ghetto, and like I never had an opportunity to make a lot of money like over time, like as far as retirement came into factor. I think it's great. Like if you guys don't have much money, you're just going to be putting a little bit of money there. You can put it into those smaller market cap cryptos, and then over time, you can how do I say this? You're going to see those returns happen over the years with interest, and they also have interest just for cash, not USDC coins or stuff like that, but just cash they have interest for. And so as time goes on, you're not paying any taxes until you actually retire, which is pretty darn nice if you ask me. But I know most of you guys don't care about retirement accounts, but for those of you youngins like me who are under 30, planning out your retirement isn't such a bad idea, especially if you're really bullish about crypto like I am. I really enjoy it. Let's see. Hey Alex, what coin do I own the most of? That's going to be BitTorrent. BitTorrent. I like it. I'm holding it for at least 5 years personally, though. So it's definitely a long-term hold, and I don't know many people that want to hold a coin that long. Hey. Sorry, my dog's getting needy and he's trying to bite me. Hey. Nope. Yeah, you don't get any more pets. But yeah, so BitTorrent is something I hold a lot of for long term. I've been buying up a little bit of STMX recently just because of those crazy pops it has. It leads me to believe there's somebody that wants to make that thing go parabolic, and it only has a $200 million market cap currently. So I think over the next few years it could definitely get into the billions of range very easily, and I think that'd be a good play as well for some of you guys. Let's see. Hey. Stop holding my dog as a mess with my mouse. Can't exit out of something on accident. Dude, get down. Get down. I don't know what I can give him to play around with. Oh, squeaky toy. Here. Okay, there he goes. Sorry about that. Let's see. Hey Ashley, quick question for your professional opinion. How strong do you think the meme coin legs are in the whole? And can Doge on Mars be the next Shibu if a certain someone sends a tweet about it? In theory, yes, it could, just because of how these meme things work. What you would have to have happen though is you would have to have SHIB come down significantly, because all of those like meme coins money, it usually moves from coin to coin, and at the end of the day, a lot of the meme coin money is actually taken away from those retail traders, like the people that are just learning how to trade because they buy too late, and it's getting transferred up to whales, because they're the ones really causing the market to move, and they know exactly when it's going to fall and exactly when it's going to go up. So when in that fact, regular everyday people are losing a lot of money overall to these meme coins, but you're still seeing a lot of people at least make a little bit of money off of them. But a lot of people that are trading those meme coins are losing money, and that's just being transferred to the whales, so to speak. So it could happen, but it wouldn't happen for a while until SHIB dies back down and that capital becomes available to the market again, and then it all gets pushed over there. But yes, theoretically, yes, it could. Whether Elon tweets about it, that's a pretty big gamble, but it's best to get into those coins much earlier. Elon Mars already has like $1 billion market cap. That's really high market cap. It would have been much better if you guys could have gotten into it when it was less than 200 million. I highly recommend you buy coins that are under $200 million market cap, that look good, that have a good opportunity, and you just hold on to those coins. You can hold on to them a few years. I held on to my Doge for like a year and a half before it blew up. I bought it way back at 0.0024, a long time ago. I only put a few $100s into it, but I was able to buy like over 100,000 Doge because of it. Hold on. I think I need to let my dog out to use the bathroom here, guys. I'll be right back, but think about that. Really buy coins under $200 million market cap, and it'll be much better. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll turn up the music a little bit for you guys. If anybody comes in, just let them know that I'm just taking my dog out. I'll be back in less than, like, literally 2 minutes. All right. See you guys in just a second. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. There we go. All right, everybody. Sorry, I'm back. There we are. Okay. Yeah, you go number one and number two. Sorry, it took a little bit longer. You want a little treat? Woo, there you go, boy. All right. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Sleeping Giant. Yeah, you just confirmed for me that I'm keeping a 5 years to BitTorrent to the moon. Yeah, I have high expectations for BitTorrent, but again, it's a long-term hold. You don't have to put a lot of money into it to make money off of it, but you know, I would say make sure you're just spreading that money around, not putting it all in BitTorrent. I'm not saying you are, but just for anybody that's interested in BitTorrent, make sure you're not putting your whole mortgage on it. Just make sure you're splitting a lot of those coins up, splitting up a lot of that money over a lot of low market cap coins, which can make you a lot more money. BitTorrent, though, I think it is going to be good over the next few years. Let's see. Hey, Dorrance, am I subscribed yet? I think you are. At least I hope you are. Hey, Ty. Good day, Michael. Hope all is well with you and the fam. So far, everything's fine. I'm taking my mom to the doctor tomorrow. She's been getting a little bit weaker, so I'm going to make sure she's doing okay. She's been freaking really stubborn about going to the doctor, but I'm finally like, we need to go to the doctor. So I'm hoping she's going to be okay tomorrow, and then I got to take my sister to school and pick her up as well, so it's going to be a pretty hectic day for me. But overall, everybody's doing okay. I'm just trying to make sure my mom gets a little bit better, because she's you know how stubborn moms can be. They can just be they can be stubborn for sure. Hey, Daniel, can I show my doggy? Let me see if I can get this right here. Coffee machine. He's right there next to all my dirty laundry. Oh, no, that's not my laundry. That's his kennel. Yeah, but he just having fun. I gave him a little bit of a treat for what do you call him, for going poop. He only gets treats for going poop outside, not from actually going pee anymore. He only gets treats for going poop, because he'll pee all the time. But pooping, I want him to do that a lot. Let's see. Hey, Doge, where's my boy Mike? That's his life. Oh yeah, sorry, I was just taking my dog out to use the bathroom. Don't worry about it, my man. There we go. Hey, young stepper. Currently have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bounce Coin. Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad holds. Those definitely aren't bad holds. I don't know much about Bounce Hold. Let's see, seems to be fine. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do something here very fast. Let me see what I can do here. Peekaroo. How do I do this? One of my members thinks they're banned, so I'm just checking to make sure he's not banned very fast. There we go. Let's see. You guys can see what it's like in the back of the channel. Let's see. I don't think he's banned, otherwise I would see it. That's interesting. Hold on one second, guys. I just want to make sure one of my members is okay. YouTube. And I'm going to have to go to channel. I don't see it anywhere. Huh. I'll have to check it out later. I can't find his profile in here. Let me go right here. No, he's not banned, huh? I'll have to check it out. But I'll have him do, I'm just gonna help him out very fast. Friends. See all. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'll figure it out a little bit later, but I just wanted to see if I could help one of my members out very fast. Alright, there we go. Oh, let's see. Hey, Brett, getting troops for pooping. Wish I could get on a program like that. It's pretty good. Let's see. Hey, young separate. It's bounce token. Oh, yeah, I just have no idea what bounce token is. No idea whatsoever. I never heard of it before. But it doesn't mean it's a bad play. It's just I look for certain coins. Alright, there we go. Right now, guys, we're just watching to see how Bitcoin reacts. It's a little bit heavy at the moment, but I'm hoping it can bounce off the 20-day moving average here, or at least hold this trend line here going forward. That'd be the most bullish circumstance for there, even if we did go down. Otherwise, we're going to try to take a small curl. But on the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin, we do have the opportunity of breaking above the 200 moving average here. So Bitcoin, over the next 2 hours, you guys can assume there's going to be a little bit more volatility in Bitcoin, maybe up to 4 hours here. But I'm thinking we're going to have some volatility here pretty soon. Good or bad, we'll have to see. If we can break above the 200, that'd be a good sign. But you know, Bitcoin at the moment still looks pretty heavy. Hopefully, this isn't too much of a bear trap going forward, or excuse me, a bull trap. There we go. How do I want to stress this out? Auto. There we are. Perfect. Hey Alex, where do you buy coins such as BitTorrent, StormX? I have a link down below for Femex and BitGet. I'd probably sign up for one or both of those ones, and then you could trade them pretty easily. The only thing about those accounts is you can so they have different ways to trade on those websites. The most easiest one is the everyday trading you're used to. It's the same trading you have on Webull, Robinhood, Coinbase. It's like spot trading. You're just buying the crypto and that's it. If you're looking to do more day trading, they also have the ability for you to do leverage trading on top of it. And they also have copy trading, unless you wanted to copy another trader, which is pretty fun as well. But it's mostly up to you guys. But yeah, I'd say look at the links I have down below. BitGet and Femex are both good exchanges. You could buy them and you can hold them down there if you wanted to, or you could just do a little more day trading on them. Most people just buy and hold, but there's also a lot of day trading that goes on, especially if you have access to leverage, which can be really fun. Let's see. Yeah, but if you ever wanted to see exactly where you can buy them, Now this won't give you all the examples, but let's say I wanted to buy BitTorrent. Where's BitTorrent at? Okay, down here. Okay, let's see. You wanted to buy. Okay, that's my dog. If you want to find out where you can buy them, it doesn't have every place you can buy them. It does have a lot. You go down here to the BitTorrent markets, and you see spot. This is spot trading, right? So you can buy from Huobi Global, Binance, Poloniex, Binance, KuCoin, another Binance. This is just trading it to the BitTorrent USDT, BitTorrent TRX. All these places you have the ability to trade it. KuCoin, Bit Global, Binance TR. You know, you can see all of them here. These are all the places that you can buy. All the places you can buy BitTorrent, and there's even more besides this. But you know, it just the list gets they just get massive, very, very massive. Just look at Bitcoin. There's so many places you can buy Bitcoin nowadays. You can even buy it off of PayPal if you wanted to. I would not recommend buying Bitcoin off of PayPal, but you know, you can if you wanted to. Let's see what's going on now. All right, anybody. Does anybody else have any other questions? Let me know, because I want to keep the stream going. But in order for the stream to happen, somebody has to have a question. Otherwise, I end up cutting the stream off a little bit earlier than I would like to, just because nobody needs any more help, right? Let's see. Hey, young sipper man, I saw Bitcoin at its highest before it fell down. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I mean, it went up to $69,000. Right now, it's at $65,000. It hasn't fallen down too much. We are due for a little bit of a cool down. But when you put it into perspective of other stuff that's happened over the past few weeks here, like look at this little drop that we've had. We had a larger drop just a few days ago. I mean, like a couple weeks ago. All the way back here at the top of the trend line, came screaming down. I mean, how many of you guys were terrified at this moment or terrified at this moment? And yet we still kept on going up in these massive boom moments. So we made them coming back down a little bit more before making a big move. But let's see, we've tapped once, so this trend line should hold up at least on one more try here, and then we can continue grinding up here. So there'll be plenty of opportunities to buy Bitcoin if you guys want it. At the moment, though, it looks a little bit heavy, but I'm hoping if we look at the 15, like I just told you guys, we can break above the 200 and then try to go back up towards 69,000 from there. So we'll see how it works out. We're not really too far away from 69,000. One big whale push could push us about 6%, about like a couple hours or so. It wouldn't be too hard. Right, whales pushed us up about what 4.72% in 45 minutes, or $3,000 in 45 minutes. So that's $3,000. Right now we're trying to go up about $4,000. I think they could definitely do that within a couple hours of bullish moves here, which would have to start after breaking above the 200 though. It would have to start after that though. Which is why it's so agonizing just waiting for Bitcoin. Now, on the flip side, if we get rejected from this 200, we will come down, but we're basically just waiting to see if shorts have the guts to push us down, or if they're just going to let us continue to ride up here and just take their short-term win, which was that nice move they had. The shorts made a good amount of money on that drop, but most of them liquidated their position and took their profits and moved on to something else. Or they're just waiting, right? Let's see. Hey, Brett, Mike, is there a limit to how big a market cap can be until it starts hindering the price share like Rivian Automotive at 115 billion? No, it can keep on going up. It can keep on going up. Just look at Tesla. Just look at Tesla. It can definitely continue to go up, but the demand has to be there. And what you have to see on top of that is you have to see that Wall Street is completely on board and they really believe in it. I think the Rivian Automotive is still a good play if you guys want to buy it since it just did IPO today. But man, the thing about Tesla that made it so cool is, it was once so cheap. Rivian is, it just opened up at a really high market cap value. So I don't expect it to go like, the massive returns that you got from Tesla. I don't see that happening because it starts off with such a higher market cap. You may see it somewhat similar to what happened with ICP. The creators of ICP were pretty much bastards that were really freaking greedy. And so what you saw happen to them is they opened up with a really high market cap. Way, way back over here. And just for, let me just squeeze this right here. Let me take off the auto mode. And don't even worry about the wick, because sometimes the wick can be very deceiving about how high it went up. But let's just say it opened up all the way up here at $248, or with a market cap that was like in the billions already. So it never even started off with a couple $100 million market cap. It never had the opportunity. So what happened? After it started off with some ridiculous market cap that nobody believed it deserved, it got pumped up a little bit because it was altcoin season. But once the rubber hit the road and people were like, okay, well, Bitcoin's going down. Is this really worth holding at this market cap? Everybody was like, hell no. And so if you would have just bought at open, not even all through all the spikes and stuff, just bought it open, currently you'd be down. Oh, let me actually take off the magnet here. My bad, guys. You'd be down 82% at the moment. You don't want to have that happen too much. Now, Ribbon is different because it's in a stock, and I think it's going to go up in the future, so it's much easier. But as far as crypto is concerned, guys, be very wary about any crypto that just pops up with a very high market cap during an altcoin season, because afterwards, it's going to plummet. So that's just a lesson that you guys should learn going forward. When a coin pops off with a high market cap like this, never trust it. Sometimes it works out, but the majority of the time it does not. Let me go back over here to ICP. And then what you're looking at is, let's go to the market cap. Let's go to year to date. Let's just go to all. Okay. It opened up with a market cap of close to $57 billion. Now let's take a look at what's up here at $57 billion. It opened up with the same market cap as the current XRP. Does that make any sense for a coin that's brand new? No, it does not. That's why the market shot it all the way down, and the current market cap is about $8 billion. So it dropped considerably. And it hasn't really been doing too much since, kind of like Dogecoin and whatnot, but this thing, you know, buying it now is much better than buying it before, but man, this thing was just not worth the money. But so many people bought into it for some reason, just because it started off so high. You know, you always got to be aware of those type of plays. But as far as Ribbon, it's good for a long-term hold. But you know, don't expect it to go parabolic like Tesla did. Tesla was a beautiful stock. I've had Tesla for a long time. Not as long as Elon Musk, of course. Okay, there you go. Okay. And it did have a split, so the price is going to be a little bit weird here. But you can see how it started off at such a small price. Like $3. Now this has a split, so it really didn't start at $3. It probably started around like $25 or so. But even still, you know, $3. Like it started off at a very low amount, and over the years it went up and up and up and up and up. Don't expect Ribbon to do anything like what Tesla did, because Tesla went on the market early, so people had an opportunity to buy in before that huge market cap occurred. You're not going to be getting that with this new one. You're not going to be getting that opportunity. Expect it to be much more of a slow grinding play over the years, which could have great returns in the long run, but don't expect it to be anywhere near the opportunity when you first bought Tesla. It's a totally different scenario. But that's the way the market works sometimes. The people that bought, like the seed funders and the people that invested in it early on, they're the ones making money, not the everyday investors who bolstered up the stock price in order to help them out. There we go. Now let's go to, and Tesla's market cap, I think at the moment is $1.06 trillion. It's a big one. Okay, go back over here, 15. There you go. And hey, Heat, hope you're having a very, very good night. Let me squeeze this down a little bit more for us. Dogecoin just had a little bit of a volume going in there as well. Hey Taco, hey Michael, show us a day in your life. Once I know how to edit videos, I can probably do that. It's not all too exciting, I guess I would say. It's mostly just me on the computer looking for stuff, and then just kind of doing my normal daily stuff, like helping out my mom, go to the dialysis or something like that, and taking my sister to school right now. It's not all too exciting, but I can try to make one eventually here. Let's see. Hey Jay, we talked about XYO, but you're a member, so I can definitely go over it again for you. So thank you for becoming a member, by the way, I appreciate that. Now let's go right here, XYO USDD. So at this moment in time, you can ignore this bottom pennant here. I think this is going to make a pennant, so I could see it coming back down, potentially down to about under 6 cents, like maybe close to like 5.5 cents or so. That's what I can see it coming back down to. Short term though, see how it performs on this pennant here. The 50 is on the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart is a good support level for it. So just be aware of that. If it does manage to break above this orange line right here, which is currently, let's say, around 0.078, that'd be the opportunity to buy, because that means whales came in and pushed the price up considerably, which would be a great opportunity to buy. But if the whales don't come in here, you could definitely see how this has come up a lot. It's come back down. This could definitely be a consolidation play where it creates a pennant, something similar to this, but maybe in a much shorter time frame here. So I'd be careful with this play at the moment. It looks like it can definitely come down a little bit more, but there's still an opportunity over the next few days here. What is this, 4 hour? This is just the 13th, today's 11th. Oh, the next few days where it has a chance to pop off. But if it does break down below this 50 moving average, it can definitely come back down here towards the, like, you know, the 5.5 cent range or so, which would be how much? I mean, how much of a drop would that be? Oh, that'd be about a 25% drop, so that'd be kind of scary. So just be careful with it. But overall, it's still in a decent spot, especially since it looks like it's trying to test out this this breakout opportunity, but it's just having a little bit of trouble over the last few hours. It's worth holding a little bit longer, I think. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Brian, can I have that Palantir? Yeah, let me see. PLTR. This is more of a long-term hold for me. There you go. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. At this moment in time, there's not a real reason to buy this. There really is not. You can adjust the trend line right here to see if it does anything. A false breakout, got knocked back down. Oh, that's because of earnings, I guess you could say. Let's see. You have support around $17. At the moment, this has been going sideways for the most part. I would not recommend buying options on it. What I would tell you guys, if you wanted to buy this is going to be a long-term hold for you, and that'd be about it. Let's see. So far, hold. That's fine. So, yeah, hold right here as well from that resistance. Right now, it's more of stuck in this channel between about $20.43 and about $29, almost $30. That's the channel you have to worry about. If it does break out above that, that could be a nice little play. But for now, I'm not expecting too much in terms of Palantir, especially since it looks like the earnings were not considerably good, and that caused a pretty considerable gap down, which is not a fun thing to experience. So for now, I still think it's worth buying a little bit, but you know, this is much more of a long-term play than like, oh, let me make some money and you know, by holding this for just a few days. It's more of a long-term hold for this one, or at least a swing trade for like the next few months in anticipation of that it has a chance at breaking above $30 or so. That's what you got to be looking at. Hopefully what they can do is get some good news out there, because that's what they've been struggling with. They have news, but it hasn't been something that's really exciting and that gets investors like, oh man, now they're starting to, you know, the rubber's starting to hit the road. There you go. Best for a long-term play, in my opinion. Let's see. Hey Brett, price target for Rivian Auto just won't see 1K probably. Elon probably going to go sell way more cars. That right? Yeah, exactly. Now they can do good. They will definitely be good because they're bolstered by Amazon. Amazon owns like a 20% stake in that company, which is definitely going to help Amazon out. And since they own the part of the company, what they're able to do is they're able to go to them and say, hey, build our electric vehicles, and we're going to get 20% of the profit just by paying you. That way, Amazon's not really paying all too much for those vehicles, and they're bolstering up the company. So I can definitely see, while Tesla may take control of the day-to-day, the average person, maybe Rivian can try to squeeze out a market for itself, dealing with corporations and getting their transport vehicles made electronically. So companies can go out there and say, we're investing in the green new world and stuff like that, and they can really try to press it to, you know, people that really care about climate change, and they can try to sell it to them like, you should use our product or use our service because we use energy friendly vehicles, that type of stuff. It's gonna be like a moral play, but businesses love moral plays. Just look online, look at any sports game, and you feel like, you know, we're doing our part to help the planet, stuff like that. And when in reality, you got to question if they really are, right? But overall, I think it's going to be a great long-term hold. I really do. And I think one of the factors that since Amazon does hold a considerable portion of the share size out of it, I think it's going to be very, very good. Like, I don't even know what the ticker is for Rivian. Here it is. Up 20% so far. Probably would have been best to buy it yesterday, to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is. all this news off of 2 days of trading. Jesus, or 3 days. And we don't have any sales just yet on it, so we don't know any of the holders. But this is still a good long-term play, I believe. Maybe wait till it cools down a little bit. If it does cool down, maybe take a small position tomorrow, but try to hold off to see if it will come back around like $105, $100. Then you could buy some. Just I mean, it's not going to be the same as Hood, but if you guys look at Hood had a little bit of a rally at first. Now it's about to reach all-time lows here. And then if any of you guys didn't know, Robinhood actually crashed earlier today. It was only for a short amount of time, and only so many people experienced it, but it was definitely not a good look, especially as their stock is looking to go to all-time lows. Robinhood is not being managed effectively by Vlad, and they need to figure out a way to make consistent profits instead of having to rely on meme coins and meme stocks to make their revenue off of. Let me see here. Like, I think, yeah, Robinhood down detector. You'll see this morning the huge spike of people having issues, and then all of a sudden it was fixed. But you did see a massive problem earlier today. So, login, website, mobile brokerage. Most people are having problems logging. Imagine your stock's going down and you have no way to sell them. It's a really bad look. And you don't see it too often from other exchanges, but Robinhood consistently has these types of issues, and I really don't know why they don't invest in a better system to make sure their platform is up and running so people can sell their shares and they don't have to worry about this stuff. If it happens like once every other month, it's not a good thing. You really don't want to have it happen much at all. Maybe a little bit of lag every now and again is okay because a lot of platforms experience that, but you don't want to have a platform where people sometimes they're just not going to be completely sure if it's going to be working when they log on. Excuse me. Oh, hey, let me see. Oh, my head's back. I did move a little bit to the right. I was probably over here for most of the time. There we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. I can be touching some... Is that a dog or a deer or something like that? No, I think it's a wildebeest. That's a wildebeest. That's a wildebeest. I don't know what the heck that thing has. Now I got ears. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see. But I appreciate you, Heaton. And no worries, Jay. Let's see. What's over here? Hey, nobody is focused on Floki or Baby Dogecoin. It's because they had major run-ups and they've since kind of died down a little bit. You can definitely take a position if you want to for another altcoin rally, but most people have moved on from those plays. Kind of like how I moved on from Shiba after it was close to all-time highs here, and I'm not really getting back in, but there is opportunities to play around with Shiba going forward. Let's see. Hey, Rybird, Ethereum Classic update. Yeah. So this one had opportunity to break out, but Bitcoin really smashed it down, unfortunately. So it was on the verge of breaking out above this breakout opportunity, and what you saw happen was Bitcoin came crashing down, so this was not able to hold, and this was a clear sign to sell because that means it got rejected, which means the next day it was going to come down. Now Bitcoin took it all the way down here, but it would have went down regardless, probably only to $58 instead of like down to 52 though. So the next opportunity you guys are looking for, Ethereum Classic, is if it breaks back above and holds above the $61.50 level. That'd be a great opportunity to buy. Otherwise, if it comes back down under $55, I still think it's a good buying opportunity. Overall, though, it's still, well, you guys can still see that kind of. Don't worry about this breakout opportunity there. Just understand, overall, it's still grinding upwards here. If it breaks down below this trend line, not a very good sign. If that happens, it might come back down to $45 or so. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But for the moment, though, it's looking just fine. It's just slowly grinding up here. I'm hoping it'll have another big boom going forward. It's still due for a nice breakout, at least to get back up into the 70s, at least into the 70s. So I think if you buy this now and hold on for altcoin season, I think you'd be very happy with where the results go. This will go back into the hundreds eventually. But for now, you don't want to really be touching it all too much. It's not really doing much at the moment. You're going to be buying for a long-term hold. You're going to be waiting for it to come back down in order to buy something to enter into a position there. Let's see. Hey, Brandon, they do it all the time. I got offer there. Oh, Robinhood? Yeah. Robinhood definitely has some issues. That's why I recommend you guys start using other exchanges. I have a list down below. There's also other places I can recommend, especially if you guys like stocks and options. I always use TD Ameritrade, but Fidelity is also a very good choice as well. Let's see. Hey, Britt, you can get in Jiva if you want to. The stock, I mean, there you go. You know, it's just been doing okay. You can definitely buy into it if you want to. This is something more of a long-term hold. I would not trade this at all just because it's so cheap. I personally am just looking to, I know Doggo. I personally do just think about this as a long-term hold. Back in the day, this used to be a pretty crazy penny stock where it used to go all over the place. You can actually see it actually had a couple splits because it kept on going down and down and down and down over and over and over again. So, you know, just be careful with it. It's had a lot of splits. Here's the month chart. The heck? Oh, there we go. Because of all the splits, it's always been going down here. So maybe it can boost back up, but people that have been holding for a long time have usually been burned off of this. Maybe now is the time where it's starting to rebound finally. And this is the monthly chart. So all those red candles were months where it went down. Okay? And just now it's starting to come back up a little bit. So it's definitely an okay time to take a position for long-term play. But just understand, you know, over the past few years, this thing has just not, you know, there have been months where it's fallen 67%. Probably due to offerings, you might be looking at something like this happen, which could be pretty cool. But for the most part, you know, just be careful with it. Don't put too much money into it. But now that there's more batteries out there, maybe they can start seeing more profits, and maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to get some government funding that may help them out during this infrastructure bill. I don't know if they are getting money, but I can see that definitely being a Democratic talking point, like, hey, we're even recycling the batteries that come out of EV vehicles to make the world a better place. So I can see it happening. It's worth buying some in here, but only for a long-term hold, but not much, because the history of this stock has been just going down, and even more down. Okay. Now let's go back here to, is anything else going? What was the other one that was blowing up earlier? Mana. Oh, that's Mana's market cap. And let's go to the 5. Let's see what happens here. If it is able to rebound just a little bit. Hey, but Bill Gates owning all that farmland for the cars that they're trying to produce? Maybe. I think, you know, land is super important. I think people should try to buy as much land as they can, if they can, or at least on property, because, you know, we're running out of property apparently. And, you know, especially on the coastlines. You know, if you want to live on the coast, you better own some property there. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay some crazy rent prices. I'm looking to buy a house next year or sometime next few years, and I'm looking to buy like 50 acres plus if I'm able to find a place for sale. And that's what I'm looking for, because I want my land too. But Bill Gates is definitely buying up loads and loads of large amounts of land. Even Elon Musk is. There are some people out there in the world that own massive amounts of land, and I mean massive amounts of land. Let's see. Hey, Tony, Harmony. Yeah, I can take a peek at it. There you go. Nothing's changed since the last time we talked about it. It's still testing out support. I can extend this trend line if you wanted me to, right there. Extend the line. Why isn't it extending? Oh, there you go. Right line. There you are. This is your opportunity, maybe for maybe a grinding up play at the moment. If it does break down below this one, it has to hold support at 26.5 cents. Or at least hold support right here at the new bottom, since we did have that nasty wick, at about 25.5 cents. So that's what you're looking at right now. You're mostly looking for this breakout opportunity. This does seem like a decent opportunity to start buying in, but if you're or just continue holding out at the moment. So it's a decent opportunity to buy in if you wanted to, since it is on the low point of a potential flagging breakout. Right now, if it does break down below this, that's another good opportunity to buy. Hopefully on the 50-day moving average, we'll be able to help it out a little bit. But, you know, small position at the moment. Hopefully if it breaks out here, that's when you can have a nice big swing trade off of it. But for the moment, looks fine. Looks perfectly fine right now. Let's see. If it falls down below the 50, though, it might come back down here to 20 cents or so. Just be careful about that one. we go. Let's see. Maybe the batteries will do better than the cars for sure. Let's see. DGB's just doing okay. Sheeb isn't looking too good. I'll show you Sheeb just for now. I'm not going to do both of them, but here for Sheeb. Coming down. Look at the 4 hours. Came up, it bounced off of the trend line here, so the best opportunity to buy it was right around here. I think it ran into the 20-day moving average though, so the 20-day like right here yesterday, and it got rejected. So because it got rejected, it's coming back down here. So far, it still looks okay if you're holding it, but if you wanted to enter into a position here, I'd try to see if it can come back a little bit lower, or you can start taking a small position here, then as another small position here. So that way, if it actually does end up running without coming back down here, you have somewhat of a chance to make money on that run up, and that way you're not just losing money as it goes down as well. Here. Let's see. Hey Tony, Alabama has lots of land for sale. Oh, I know. I just want a place to live out in Seattle, in Washington State, because my family lives here, and I don't like heat. I don't like heat at all. I like having a cool temperature in the winter and a nice, good temperature in the summer, like 70s to 80s in the summer. Anything hotter than that or humidity, I can't do it. It's too much for me. Let's see. Hey Ninja, it looks like there's a strong force behind that that doesn't want Doge to shoot up or go down. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while. Somebody's been holding it down. I'm pretty sure whatever whale is holding Doge at its current price will definitely boost it up eventually, and that's what we're all waiting for. But unfortunately, that takes some time, and it's people get tired of waiting for things to pop off, especially in Dogecoin, because millions of Doge are printed out every day, I think. So, the supply is just increasing, and that's not helping it out all too much. Doge needs to be able to find a way to burn some coin, or stop the fact that it's always those always new coins popping off. It does make a little bit of a challenge for it. Sorry that my head's kind of popping off, guys, as well. Let's see, Square. Yeah, I can do Square very fast. So Square just broke down, so be very careful about this one. Look at, broke down. That's bearish. That's not a good sign right there. Hopefully there's some good news that can pop it back up. That can be the only thing that saves it for now. But if this doesn't have any good news, or the hedge funds don't attack it, this thing's going to continue to come back down at least until it hits support right here at around $222. Otherwise, it's going to possibly come down to 210 and then all the way back down here to 191. So be very careful of this at the moment. It's actually breaking down, which is not a very good sign for it at all. Like at all, it's not a good sign for it. I wonder what was so bad about the earnings report that caused this crash, though. Since earnings, it's down about 8%. Yeah, that's not good for this at all. That's not good at all. How's Litecoin doing? Is it making any better moves here? There we are. Let's see. Hey Kevin, they're both good long-term holds. I'm more of a believer in BitTorrent, but STMX is still a good one, especially since it has a much lower market cap. But it's really up to you, whichever one you want to choose. They're both good plays. Alright, let me see. Alright, I got about 9 more minutes, guys. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know right now. Let's see. My dog's having fun attacking that toy right there. Oh, should be okay. Is there anything really popping off at the moment? That's what I want to see. 24 hours. Uma's doing okay. Man is doing okay. Let's see. GRX. Yeah, that's a high market cap. There we go. Oh, Flux is doing okay. Rose looks a little bit too late to buy. Yeah, anything else happening right now? Seek is okay. What are the biggest losers right now? VLX is taking a big hit. This could be something to get into as well. Okay. Keep an eye on some of this stuff. Hey Tech, what do you think about IRC coin? Let's see. IRC crypto. Okay, so it's not here on RC. Maybe you mean LRC, perhaps? Maybe LRC. Let me see if that one does any better. LRC. Maybe that's it. Let's go off of Coinbase. There you go. It's going to try to bounce off the 20 here pretty soon, so it could be a nice little day trade. But it looks like ultimately this thing is still coming down here a little bit, so be careful of LRC at the moment. Support is down here at about, well, first level of support is at $2.77, which it looks like it may come back down to. The next level of support will probably be this little peak right here, which is $2.51. So be careful of it now. If it does break down below the 50, you'd probably want to, the 20, you'd probably want to sell, then buy back a little bit lower. Otherwise, you want to continue to hold and hope this bounces enough to cause it to break out pretty soon. Because otherwise, this downtrend is going to continue, and it's going to come back down to under $3 here pretty soon. Let's see. Hey, Tony, I appreciate it, my man. I don't even live in Seattle anymore. I used to, but there's no reason for me to live there too much because I used to work in downtown Seattle a few years back, and I just kind of stayed there because it was, you know, it was a nice area. I got a waterfront view, and you know, it was nice. But now it was going to cost me an arm and a leg to stay in Seattle, of course, especially with a waterfront view, with like 1,000 square feet. It's pretty pricey in Seattle, you know, let alone the parking your car and you know all the energy bills and stuff like that. Now that I moved out here, it's just so much nicer. Just so much nicer, so much more peaceful too. I don't got to worry about protests. Protests are freaking crazy in Seattle. Let's see. No worries, Tarek. I got you, my man. So far, it's continuing this downtrend. On the 4-hour chart, it's crucial that it stays above the 20. Otherwise, it's going to come down below $3, and that's not going to be a good peak right there. On the daily here, it's starting to curl back down, so that's not a good look as well. Hopefully, it's able to make a move, but this still looks pretty darn heavy. So, I would say this is more bearish than bullish at the moment. Let's see, at least she was bouncing off the 200 right there, the 15. Yeah, so you're seeing a little bit of stuff heading down at the moment. Not a crazy number, just enough. And then Heaton was just talking about Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is still doing a nice grind. It's barely going up here, but it is still grinding here. It's up about 1% versus Bitcoin that's only up about 0.10%. That's nice to see. Hey, Heaton, have a great, fantastic rest of your night. Let's see right here as well. And I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's see this. There. And the last thing here, guys, let's take a quick peek. So a Bitcoin short was liquidated. So I think a lot of the bears are thinking that Bitcoin may have a little bit of a bump here because they've been liquidating their short positions a lot over the last few hours. So that's a good sign for Bitcoin to go up here, which can give you a little bit of comfort going forward. A little bit of shorts coming in. Yeah, this was that short attack that we saw a few hours ago. Yeah, just a few hours ago, that was it right here. It ended up working. We got pumped back up, but bears are trying to short it, but maybe they just don't have the ammo or the capability at the moment to do that. Hey, Fat Buddha. Buy acres in Alaska. Global warming eventually turning Alaska into a paradise. 22-hour daylight during the summer and no income tax. In some areas use zero property tax. That could actually be pretty interesting. I may actually look into that. I don't know how much it would cost for somebody out of state to buy in it, but that'd actually be something worth my time to look into. Plus, especially since I'm like only a couple hour flight away from Alaska, that would definitely be something pretty fun to have. Or especially have like a little ranch that I never go on, but just have the land in case global warming does get bad enough where I need to retreat to Alaska. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Alright, everybody, I'm going to call it a night. My dog's having a lot of fun with this chew toy here. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will only be talking about options. And the stream will go from about 10 a.m. to, I think, 11. So it might just be an hour-long stream. And that's because I have to take my mom to a doctor's appointment. And I have to be there at 12. So, yeah. The stream will be there maybe from like 10 o'clock to 11:30 or something like that. Then I can go rush my mom over to her doctor's appointment, somewhere around there. But I think we should be fine for it. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and you guys have a great rest of your day. And Loki says goodbye as he plays with his chew toy. Thanks again, everybody.